We are starting out our show on this Business Wednesday with Nexus IT. They are here with their monthly tech tips. Travis Gunn and Earl Foote are joining us virtually, and we are going to talk about how tech companies can support and foster diversion and inclusivity within their teams. Earl and Travis, thanks for being here.
Thank you so much for having us.
Morning.
So let's dig right in. Earl, let's start with you. What are some things that tech companies can do to foster diversity?
Very good. Thank you, Christine. So first of all, I think that we've all certainly realized that the time for passiveness in terms of creating diversity, inclusion, and equality in our companies is no longer a luxury. We all have to. I think we've become hyper aware of over recent months and over recent years of just how important it is to make sure that everybody throughout our communities has an equal opportunity, and it's wonderful to see that there's so much. There are so many tech solutions that have come to light over recent years, and particularly we're seeing, over recent months, many tech platforms that are beginning to help organizations understand, measure, and then foster environments where they are creating equality within their organizations. So a lot of these platforms are platforms that allow team members to assess what's going on in the organization on a regular basis. It allows them to, for example, we use a local SaaS platform, some friends of ours, called Xmetrics or TrustMetrics, Dr. Jeb Hurley and Elena Newton. And their platform allows our team members every 2 weeks to go in, answer 3 or 4 really quick questions, and through those questions, and it's completely anonymous, but it allows us to understand the team dynamic, and if there's anybody who is feeling like an outlier in any way, right? It allows them to give constructive anonymous feedback, so that if they are viewing anything that is of concern to them, they can share that without, even saying who they are. We have a diverse team, and that's something we're very, I should say we have a diverse team among males. Unfortunately, not a lot of females apply for positions within IT infrastructure. We do have a few females in our organization, but we do have an ethnically diverse team. And we've had a few, situations over recent months or recent years where a team member, due to ethnicity, was feeling somewhat excluded. And so it's been important for us and for other organizations, to be able to have these platforms where your team can provide anonymous feedback, where they're not feeling in any way threatened, but they can share what's happening and share their concerns. For us, we've been able to look at those situations, address them. If there were particular people involved in the situation, to sit down and figure out, hey, how can we get on the same page here and get this resolved? There are other local, SaaS companies who are building platforms, or who have already have platforms that foster this type of thing. Qualtrics is a massive one that helps you gauge employee and customer sentiment, and that's another one that is a big help.
And Earl, you mentioned these online programs such as SaaS, which is software as a service. Travis, tell me a little bit more about these tools that are available online that foster diversity.
Well, really what it comes down to is what we've done is we've adopted them kind of as a survey tool, right? And I'll take an angle of as an employee, right? Any survey tool, whether it be a SurveyMonkey or anything that you can set as anonymous, is going to be critical. And it really works in our organization. We had one that came out in our company a week or so ago. And one of the questions, which was great, was what were your expectations of how your team was going to help you accomplish whatever your duties are over the last month? And I thought, well, that's an interesting question. I hoped that they were going to, help me at the highest level, so I selected the highest. And the next question was, what level did your team help you accomplish those? And it triggered a thought in my mind, which is really cool. And I think that that's the point of this. Is this allowed me to? And then the next question was, well, share your thoughts on that. What was your feedback? What worked? What didn't work? What that kind of thing. But any surveying tool and structuring these things through technology really does allow organizations to, progress in really giving a good solid voice where if it needs to be anonymous, which in our case it is, helps us to grow and achieve whatever our goals or initiatives are.
And it's very important, no matter what industry you're in, that you're getting that essential feedback. You're finding out what the employees are thinking, what they're experiencing. You mentioned privacy, and it's anonymous. So really a lot to juggle here. Earl, I'm curious, what else are you doing at Nexus IT to help promote diversity and inclusivity?
Yeah, very good. Certainly, like a lot of organizations out there, we are actively looking for in our candidates, trying to find diversity. Now, of course, the candidate has to be the right fit, but when they are the right fit, we are pursuing creating more diversity within our teams. And diversity, the thing that business leaders need to understand is that diversity actually brings a great amount of strength to an organization, and having a culture that is inclusive and is equal actually contributes significantly to the overall productivity of the team. When people are feeling like an outlier, they're not going to contribute at their highest level to the team. And so when you can bridge those gaps and you can bring everybody together, pulling in the same direction, as a unified team, the outcomes are going to be significantly better. But having diversity where you've got male and female perspectives, you've got different ethnic perspectives, you've got different perspectives from different parts of the country, where people have grown up, what their backgrounds have been. All of those things bring new ideas. They help solve challenges in different ways. And so, diversity is extremely important within an organization in order to create success.
Important conversation that I hope to continue. You can find out more about Nexus IT, everything that they provide to help support tech, and continue this conversation about diversity and inclusivity within the workplace online. We want to thank Earl and Travis for joining us this morning. We've got more coming up on this Business Wednesday. We'll be right back.